Try again. Finish. We're live on Twitch. I know that.
It is true. We are.
Now give it some time for YouTube. And if anyone can let me know.
God damn it, YouTube.
If
God
you're
damn it,
live.
YouTube.
I see it there.
I'm gonna refresh and see.
We there? We good?
I see it. I see it. Hold on.
We're live. Yeah, I see us. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Backlog episode 20. It is a kind of a special one. As you can see, we're here on camera. This is kind of just last minute. Like, hey, Shar, you want to be on camera? Sure, why not? Why not? So we're here.
Why not?
I guess we can say because it's episode 20. It's like kind of a cool number to be on camera. I don't know. But welcome.
Sure.
Welcome, everybody. I see you in the chat. If you can, like the videos, share if you're whether on Twitch or YouTube. Hello to Twitch as well. I see you guys. We're here.
Yep.
We're here, Shar.
We are here.
How you
That's
doing?
True.
How you doing?
I'm awake. I'm alive. It's a good time.
Yeah. Hopefully everything sounds good. If anything could be better, chat. Let me know, all right? We're here, though. Welcome to the episode. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I went into this thinking there's a lot to talk about. Oh, there's so many topics. And then today I'm like, there really ain't. So we're kind of winging it. We're going to catch up on some news that's happened since we last were live. The Last of Us 2 drama, the leaks, everything that was going on. We'll kind of recap and I guess get everyone's perspective, of course, Shar included. We'll talk about that. And Xbox a little bit, which Shar has no idea what even happened with Xbox. So I guess
you're gonna have to fill me in. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be the expert, I guess, today. And we're hoping that the chat, maybe you guys can give us some questions by the end of this. We also have another new segment that is making a introduction today. And why am I hearing echo?
Sure.
Yeah, we have a new kind of segment we want to introduce.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like we talked about it literally yesterday. I've already forgotten. I'm like,
right.
What? Oh, yeah.
So, Shar, if you can pull up that tweet and have that ready, the one I sent you, okay? Maybe I'll have you read that. But yeah, hello everybody.
God.
I'm definitely going to carry the podcast on my back as far as the topics go. But yeah,
It's true.
Yeah. So yeah, and no guest either. So it's just us. We're gonna chill. I guess we could start with Xbox. Good old Xbox.
Good old. I can't even say it. Dude. Can't even say it.
Shar is such a pony. Let's keep it real.
I am.
Let's keep it real.
We all know this.
I also have my protein shake, so I gotta drink it as we're going. But
I got water. If you got water.
Water gang.
Water. I don't know.
Gang.
Yeah, water gang up in here.
I really didn't expect us to be on camera, but last minute, Char's like, let's do it.
Either.
I was going to drink this in secret. Protein shake.
I put some cover up on. You can still, my face is all fucked up anyways, but I put some cover up on just for you guys because I love you guys.
Oh, see?
My hair is still messed though, but we're not going to talk about it, all right? We're not going to talk about it.
You look great, Char. So yeah, Xbox. So yeah. Maybe, Shar, you can give your perspective on this once I explain things. Let us know if you think this is fake outrage or if this is something we should be upset about or what. Xbox and their Inside Xbox show is not really known for being that great. It's kind of mediocre.
Oh.
You know, they show indie stuff sometimes. They show maybe like a Sea of Thieves add-on or something like that. That's kind of the track record. But this show that aired on Thursday, went live on Thursday, it was kind of being hyped up a bit. It was kind of like, oh, this is our first look into next gen, the Xbox Series X. We're going to show games for the first time running on there, optimized for next generation, and first look at gameplay. So they were hyping it up. Xbox was tweeting. Aaron Greenberg was, chewing into chips and Microsoft chips and freaking showing off his Xbox socks and everything. He's known for that, kind of hyping things up and everything. He's like, yeah, we're going to have all this gameplay. So the show airs and not a lot of gameplay to be had. There was some games that They did show, you know, kind of how the games work and vertical slices, I guess you can call them, scripted gameplay, but there wasn't really anything that really took like a deep dive into showing how these games play. I mean, you'd get the gist of it, like, okay, that's a shooter, or okay, this is top-down twin stick, or this is possibly RPG, or, you know, and a lot of CGI. So you could imagine, Shar, that the gamers were like, where's the gameplay? You guys hyped up. You hyped up this next gen. So just by hearing this, do you think the gamers have a right to be upset by this?
They have a right to be upset?
Or they're justified, I guess.
I mean, yeah, I would say so. Just because, like, yeah, if you, like, false advertising, you know, just like, hey, we're gonna have all this game. If they said like specifically, hey, we're gonna have all this gameplay, then I can understand people being upset. But if they didn't really say anything about gameplay and they just said next gen console things to come, then it doesn't really imply gameplay at the moment, right? Like, is that? Did they actually say gameplay? Were
Yeah,
they like, hey,
yeah.
Shit. Well, then yeah, they're definitely justified for that shit because like that's kind of shitty of them to be like hyping up gameplay and then not give anybody gameplay. I don't like that. That's not cool.
Yeah, see,
cool.
This is where I wish you watched the show, because you could kind of see, I guess, the devil's advocate to it. It's like, yeah, there was technically gameplay in there. It just wasn't. It wasn't, I guess, to.
It wasn't enough.
The standard.
People wanted more.
They wanted more, including myself, especially because they're like, oh, we're going to take a look at Assassin's Creed gameplay, which was like the big title.
Did they not do that?
It was all CGI. Pretty much. It was like all CGI.
That's not cool. Yeah. Xbox, that's not cool, man. If it's not ready, it's not ready. Don't tell the people you're going to show it and it's not ready. We know this. This is a thing that's gone on for so long, and they still fucking do it. Everybody does it too. Like, Sony's done it, Nintendo's done it. Like, I'm sure, like, all the major companies have done it, where they're like, hey, we're gonna have this thing, it's gonna be great, we're gonna show you all the things, and then they show like barely nothing. And you're like, that wasn't what that. Stop. Put it back in the lab. Put it back.
It ain't ready.
We're gonna come back to it when it's ready. We're gonna ferment it like a fine wine, and when it's ready, we're gonna drink it. It's gonna be great.
Right.
But
that was the one game I've definitely stood with the gamers on, because they already technically revealed it before this event. You know, Ubisoft put it out there. Hey, it's coming. It's called Valhalla. It's about Vikings.
I'm hype.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm excited for it. Like, I love the last two games. The settings, the graphics, beautiful games. So I know this game's gonna look beautiful. You don't gotta sell me on that the CGI stuff and how the environment looks. Like, you don't.
We know that they can do their job. Like, we don't need that. We need to see how it plays.
I think that's obviously what people are interested in. Like, is it gonna play like the last two? Is it gonna have like crazy Viking type, you know, obviously the weapons they use, and like, is there gonna be differences in the combat, you know?
Can I just give a quick aside? The fact that this is an Assassin's Creed game with Vikings, where Vikings are more known for like rushing into battle. How the fuck are you gonna be an assassin at that time? That's gonna be the weirdest shit. Anyways, that's all. Oh,
they get enough criticism for that. Like, this ain't Assassin's Creed anymore. There's a lot of gamers who definitely
whatever. I'll play it, but it's just funny to me that they picked the Vikings of all people at this point to be like the ones that are like, we're gonna be sneaky, and I'm like, but they're Vikings, they don't give a fuck, like, you know. Anyway, sorry.
Imagine one of them just dropping down into like a barrel of hay or whatever it is.
Oh my god!
On, you know.
Oh my god! No, wait. What if he like 3-point landings because he's a badass? He doesn't need no hay. Fuck the hay.
Right.
That'd be sick. Anyways, I didn't see any of the stuff they showed, so.
Yeah, so that was the big one. That was what ended the show. It was like the build, even as the other trailers are being shown or they were talking about them, it was like, it would say at the bottom, stay tuned, Assassin's Creed still coming, it's at the end. You know, they're building it up or whatever. And that's where I felt like, yeah, they definitely messed up, because we already knew this game existed. We seen a teaser already. So the other games you can kind of forgive because they were first revealed for the first time. It's like, oh, they're announcing these new games, these new titles, and they're showing little bits of gameplay, but nothing of obviously like a demo. But it gave us an idea of something to look forward to. Like, oh, I'll keep my eye on that game or this game. But with Assassin's Creed, it was like, we already got it on our mind already. We got it on our radar. Now show us something. But Xbox did not do that. And so I think, and I did a stream about this that day, and I just said, you know what, they messed up. I myself wasn't upset because I got to see new games. I was cool with it. The presentation was fine. Pacing was fine. It's just that the employees of Xbox, the Aaron Greenbergs and all of them, they hyped it to be something more. And of course, gamers are going to expect more at that point. You hear next gen, you're like, I want to be floored. I want to be amazed. And I guess people weren't, because these...
It's too early for that, though.
It could be.
Like, I still, like, obviously, by the evidence of this, it's way too early for them to be showing literally anything.
You think so?
Well, I don't know how far along in development they are, but when did they announce, like, the new...
consoles?
Did they announce the new... Yeah.
Yeah. Series X was announced. Gosh, maybe the chat can help. Oh, the Video Game Awards. That was December.
So, like, from December to now, and they're already, like, it seems a little bit fast, you know?
I don't know. I mean, because you think about it, E3 would be happening next month, but it's not because obviously the virus.
They should have waited a month then.
Okay. Yeah, because
they should have waited.
This is the timeline from Xbox, right? Okay, so this month and until launch or till holiday, they're gonna have an event every month. That's why I feel like this is kind of more forgivable, because there is going to be more bigger events. Like they're going to show first party, I think in July. Next month is rumored to show the smaller console, you know, the cheaper one, and cheaper in price and specs and all that. So they kind of have this timeline, like, okay, we're going to start with these little games, which I think is smart, but they just should have advertised it like that. Like, listen, this is next gen. This is some third party, some smaller studios. Here's our partners here. Like, that's it. They didn't have to go in with like, yeah, this is going to be amazing. We're hyped. We're excited, you know? So I think that's
they're always like that, though. Every time they were at E3 or whatever, they're always hyping up like their own shit. Like, it's like the best shit ever. And I mean, like, obviously you want to show that your shit is hype, and like I understand all like the marketing book goes behind that, but Xbox always felt the fakest, dude. Always felt the fakest shit. Like every single time they got on that stage, I was just like, oh man, this is just, oh man. I don't know how many like genuine fans were ever in the crowd.
Oh, you're talking about that when they just cheer for everything. And
I hate that so much. It's like, oh god, oh man, it cheapens the whole like presentation that they're trying to give. It doesn't like actually like, I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. Anyways, and it's not just because it's Xbox and I don't like Xbox. It's just it always feels more fake than like when you watch like a Nintendo like direct and you see the automatic like response online or whatever, or like whenever they do like live events, which is like never, but whatever. And then Sony events are also like, obviously they're gonna have people planted for Sony events as well, but I feel like the more like the energy of the whole room of like Sony events are way more like energetic than like Xbox. But that's just me, because
I see what you're
don't
saying.
know, take that as like a bias, but I always feel like that. I don't know if other people can relate to that if they're not, you know, but
I see what you're saying. Like, you're probably thinking of like E3 and when they would come out.
Yeah,
on
I'm talking about
stage
like the big like conferences when they have like people in the room. You can like hear the people's like reactions like live. Like it always felt like Xbox was kind of like, like there were big games in Xbox, that's fine. But the big games that came out on the Xbox stage or the Microsoft stage, I guess, is usually like the stuff that's like cross-platform like stuff, you know, like stuff that's coming out for PS4 and for Xbox at the same time, or PC or whatever. Right. So, and they're like first party, not first party. Is it first party? I can't words. Their first party stuff was always kind of like third party or the exclusives. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Exclusive.
First party. Yeah.
Yeah. Exclusives always felt like just kind of like meh. Like that's the reaction I always felt from them, but maybe it depends on the game. I'm talking on my ass now. I'm gonna shut up.
No, I mean, Xbox definitely has like a formula. They definitely do like, okay, they open up with kind of a little banger, third party banger, then they would have like their little indie reel, you know, kind of in there.
I mean, everybody has that.
Yeah, and then they would kind of lead up to like, okay, here's a first party, which is mixed reactions. Some people are like, that looks good, some people not. But yeah, I get what you're saying, like that hype, I guess, that's kind of just natural. It seems like Sony maybe has that more so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always make the joke that it's because a lot of people get drunk over there, because it's true. I went to I went to E3 in 2015, and they definitely made us feel pretty damn welcome. They gave us free drinks, they gave us free food.
Damn.
Right before the Sony conference. Yeah, and we're just chilling in there drinking. Then you go in and you're like, you know, you got a little buzz going on. So you go in there, and definitely you can tell people are a little more like rowdy. But I can't speak.
I guess they want that.
Yeah, I can't speak for the Xbox conferences because I've never been inside there. But
I mean,
you know, yeah,
yeah,
it's a little insight. Just a little insight. Yeah, just a little insight to the whole Sony experience. But I see you guys in the chat. Welcome everybody. Just want to say hello. Hustle did remind me that yes, Aaron Greenberg has since apologized for kind of overhyping. He did put out a tweet saying, you know, we're gonna be more, I guess, conscious of this later. We're taking this as a learning lesson, and we're gonna do better, kind of thing. So we'll see.
You think with like marketing for like years that they would have figured that shit out, but you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if I was behind the scenes, obviously that's my team. I'm all pro Xbox or whatever. Like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. But maybe we should advertise it a little bit. Like, let's just tone it down a little bit. Like, you guys, this is a little, because I know gamers, and I think if I had the same background I have as I am as myself, and I worked for them, I would be like, these gamers are gonna be upset because I know how they are. Yeah. I know how they can be. So yeah, I would definitely put my input, like, Phil Spencer, we need to chat, or whoever's in charge. I need to give you this memo. Like, let's switch this up.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as like the show itself, like I said, it wasn't bad. It's just, I think it was just improperly, you know, the message wasn't really there. It wasn't really the right message. A game convention tailgating.
Yeah, basically.
Definitely. There was some tailgating going on, just minus the cars. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much more to say, I guess. Anything else? So you got any more thoughts on this? Because I know you didn't watch it. You didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. But I mean, I understand like obviously the main points of like wanting to see gameplay. They hype the gameplay. There's no gameplay. It's like surprise, but like also like that's shit. That sucks.
Yeah. So yeah, Xbox is the best box. Let's move on. We got some catching up to do. The last Backlog episode 19, that happened 2 weeks ago. And maybe 3 days later, 4 days later.
Yeah, it was really fast after.
Yeah, The Last of Us 2 really got leaked. And it was everyone.
That's the biggest leak we've had.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Like a while. I don't remember the last time that kind of scale of something has been leaked.
Yeah.
For like a AAA game too, you know?
Right. And because it's so story based, this franchise, knowing the whole plot and just knowing it's out there, it's wild. And I saw everything. This is no secret.
Of course you did.
No secret.
I just ignored it. I straight up ignored that shit. I was like, nope.
Maybe if you want to remind the listeners of your history, because you don't really have history with this franchise. You didn't play the first one.
Remind them of my remind them of my non-existent history with this game. I have never played The Last of Us, and it just doesn't appeal to me so much. Like the zombie bit. I've explained this, but I think I explained this last time. But like I'll just really short. The zombie bit, I don't care if they're not zombies or whatever. That like whole like sneaking around because there's monsters kind of like a gameplay is not really my thing. So I've kind of like not avoided it, but I've definitely been playing other stuff because I don't have feelings for this game or this franchise now, I guess, because there's a second one coming out. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not as emotionally invested as many people are, and as Erica is, I'll say. So this leak was kind of like, I'll avoid it, but I'm also like, whatever I see of it is whatever. And whatever like people are saying on Twitter, I was like, whatever. It's kind of shitty that it happened. Not kind of shitty, it's really shitty for people who really love the game. Like if a whole RPG that I was waiting for was like spoiled, I'd be pissed, man. I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like this game is like so big, right? Like what Erica, would you have played Persona 5 if all of it was leaked?
I think I would have, because
so that doesn't change, right?
No,
like that's
different though.
Sorry, go.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say that's different because I had no past like relationship with the franchise. Like I'd never played them before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, so this doesn't affect me.
Got you. Got you. Okay, I get your point.
I'm just saying from like an outsider's perspective, is like leaking the whole like story and whatever is like it depends on the person, of course. But yeah, since I don't have like a history with this game, I mean, I watched the story trailer just today actually, and because Erica told me to, and it looks good. I mean, I have nothing against the story. If I could just watch people play the story, I'd be down. But yeah, the fact it got leaked is like that's shit for a lot of people.
It sucks.
Anyways.
Yeah, it sucks. And especially like you said, if you really love the franchise, you would be pissed because if you don't want to see the leaks, now you got to do extra work to avoid these leaks. You either got to stay off the internet, you got to like mute stuff. Like a lot of people are muting things on Twitter. They're just avoiding everything like it's the plague. Like, no, I can't see anything. So it's like that's frustrating within itself. I can just imagine. But me, I was on the other side of it. Like, you know what? I'm looking forward to this game, but my hype had already been going down for this game because of the delays. Before the delays,
those good old delays.
Yeah, if you asked me then, which I'm sure people did, like, hey, you hyped for Last of Us? I was like, hell yeah. But then once one delay came, then two delays, and then it just kind of gave me this feeling like, man, maybe development's kind of going through something, I don't know what's going on over there. And it just sort of, it wasn't in my mind anymore. Like, man, I'm really not anticipating this game anymore like I was. So when the leaks happened, and by the way, this goes without saying, but still I want to say it, we're not going to spoil it in this stream. So just so you guys know, in this podcast, we are not going to talk about the spoilers. But once they were leaked, I was already in that like, well, yeah, I'm not that hype anymore. I'll just check them out because the way I saw it was, I'm going to see them eventually. I'm always on Twitter. I'm always streaming. I've been streaming a lot more lately. I'm in contact with so many people in my chats and things like that. I'm like, someone's going to spoil this thing for me anyways. So I might as well just get it over with and just not to say that they it's because of them or, oh, it's all because of them. No, I wanted to know as well. I did want to know. And first reaction was like, uh-oh, this is bad. Because I just, I read the bullet points. I saw the clips and everything. And I was like, I'm not feeling this. But you know what? As time is going on and, the new trailer came out, which you did see. We can talk about that. It kind of got me thinking like, I should just, obviously be objective and like, I got to play it. Obviously, I got to see how this goes. There's a chance it could end up being amazing. And I have to obviously give it a chance. I can't just write it off. I really love the first game. And I'm just hoping that they put me on board. I will be the first to say like, yes, this is awesome. Like, I'm glad they did this if I do feel that way. So I'm really hoping that my concerns and all of that, maybe as time goes on, I just will get over it and I accept it. That's going to happen. I think I'm going to accept it at some point that, okay, this is going to happen. Okay, I'm okay. So I think as time goes on, it'll be okay, I hope. but there are a lot of people who are like, I'm not buying it now and whatever the case. But
I don't understand that, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it begs the question, like, were they going to buy it in the first place? I know there's a lot of people out there who were probably not going to buy it in the first place. The thing, though, and I don't know, we could get into this, is that the concerns I have don't match everyone else's concerns. There are people out there who are strictly saying, like, Oh, it's because Ellie is gay, which of course is not a spoiler. You guys should know by now Ellie's been gay since...
We knew from the first, like, announcement of the game back, like, what, last E3?
Yeah, that's for like the casual fans. But if you are a fan of the series, they showed that in the first DLC, which was in 2014. So this has been known for 6 years, just about. And yeah, so whenever someone's like legitimately like, I didn't know she was gay. This is horrible. What an agenda and blah blah blah. It's like, dude, we've known this since 2014. So that's the part I hate, is because the ones like me or my friends or people who I know have legit concerns over the plot. You got people running around mad because somebody's gay, and they kind of ruin the whole. They makes everyone else void at that point, because then they start to think we're all like that. Like, oh, you guys are all, bigots and stuff like that. And it's like, no, that is not the problem. I couldn't care less who she's sleeping with or what. I couldn't care less. I just want a badass game. I want a good story. And that's the bad part of this, is like there are people out there who are hanging on to certain things and they're missing the whole other picture, or they just their battle is in the wrong space, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Let me give a shout out to this super chat. Tony Wood, what's going on? Thank you so much. Says, hey, Erica and Shar, you have a very cool podcast presentation. I'm a big fan of your content and will always provide support. Tony, seriously.
Don't get used to my face too much, okay?
I didn't have to pull teeth to get you on here. You came around on the camera thing.
It's the 20th episode. I figured we should make it a little bit something.
Yeah, do something, But thank you, Tony. Seriously, we appreciate that so much. Yeah, the Left Behind DLC was when we learned Ellie was gay. So I'm curious, Shar, I know you don't have experience with this franchise, but you did know she was gay, and obviously I think it's fair to say you don't have a problem with that. But what do you think about, I guess, people kind of forcing that there are agendas? Because I do agree that there are games, and maybe even this game as well could be touching on agendas, or maybe agendas can be forced in video games. That definitely happens, but I'm just wondering, like, maybe your thoughts on all of this.
I feel like the word, like, I feel like agendas makes it feel like there's some malice in like adding that kind of stuff, which is like, that's not the word I want, but that's as close as I'm gonna get right now because I can't form thoughts. I feel like if you say, like, obviously, like, everybody, like, says, like, pushing an agenda, that sounds, like, very negative, but, like, I'm not, like, I gotta word this right. Hold on. So the fact that Ellie is gay, right, I don't think is pushing an agenda. It's, like, a better, there's more representation in games now, which is great. I don't think that aspect of the game is really, like, pushing an agenda, because it's just natural, and, like, it's just showing us that we need to be more accepting of those, like, kinds of people in our games now, because we need more representation in games like that. The other side of that is people feel like it's being pushed upon them because it's an agenda, quotes, agenda. Like the gay agenda or the trans agenda, whatever you want to call it. But those people are usually, like, just, I feel, anyways, this is my personal opinion, that I feel like a lot of those people who say that are, like, really conservative, and they want shit to stay the same, and they don't want to see it because they don't want to accept that it exists. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel you. There's definitely people like that that's out there. Yeah.
I feel like you could take it like one of two ways of Naughty Dog. You could say that Naughty Dog is pushing agendas, or you could say that Naughty Dog is being more inclusive of other other people's representations. So there's kind of like, it's kind of like how you approach it, I guess, because I'm kind of more on the side that, like, and I mean, I can't speak for every company, but I feel like this game in particular is going to be more, like, on the side of trying to show more representation of, like, issues that need to be addressed, and rather than, like, pushing an agenda or having an agenda. But there's going to be people who see it on both sides anyways, so I mean, they're treading some dangerous waters, but it's stuff that needs to be explored, I feel like, more in games now than ever before. And while there's a ton of games out there that already do this, I think that Naughty Dog being in the spotlight for this one is just like kind of making it more, maybe a little bit more negative than it's supposed to come across.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. I have no issue with like inclusiveness and what's the other word I'm looking for? Representation. I've always felt like as long as it's natural. I mean, her being gay, I felt like that was fine. You know, you know, and they even insinuated another character was gay too in the first game, and I remember seeing that, and I thought, cool. You know, as whatever. I didn't even think anything of it.
Yeah.
Where I
you don't have to show anything either, too.
Right.
I want that to be clear. Like, you don't have to show that person like having sex with somebody just to show that they're gay. It can be implied.
Yeah.
Because that's how life works. Like,
and they did that the first game. This one is a little more in your face. Like, okay, you know, she likes girls. You're gonna see it. There's that's in the trailers. That's not a spoiler or nothing like that. But they're definitely more in your face about it. And maybe that's where people are coming from. Like, oh, you know, they're forcing it in there. I don't
think they're forcing it in
I just
there.
feel like the battle is misplaced. You know, because I do feel like Naughty Dog. And this goes back to like even Uncharted and like some other games. I do feel like they want women to look really powerful. And that's not bad, but it's like, I could say that I think is a bit forced. And as a woman, I've always felt it makes me a little uncomfortable when it's like they kind of put women out there like, you know, we're going to show these men, we're going to have this woman like super strong, and it's really going to be in your face, and it's going to like, you know, women power and stuff like that. Like it becomes, I don't want to say unnatural because women can be powerful. Don't take it that way. But it becomes like it feels unnatural as far as like the story plot and the tone of the game and what it was before and things like that. Like with Battlefield, remember me and you, we talked during about the Battlefield 5 thing, how they had that was more so like twisting history and things like that. But they really wanted to show you like, look, we have a woman here and we're going to make it known and we're going to like force it and stuff like that. And
yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I think we agreed for the most part, like, yeah, this is a little much. Like it's a little in your face, and I don't know. I guess it's like kind of a put off to me sometimes as a woman. It's kind of hard to articulate, and I hope I don't offend anybody or anything, because I know some women might not agree. And that's okay. We all have different opinions and stuff.
Right.
And I wish I could articulate it better, especially on the fly like this. But
I was gonna say it's like my thoughts are all over the place about it, but I don't have a really good point, really.
And it's
other than go.
Sorry, I was gonna say, and it's not even about like, oh, I have to be politically correct. I gotta watch what I say. It's more so like I'm just trying to explain it in all my honesty in the right way, you know. And it's sometimes it can be hard to articulate, but I think you get where I'm coming from as far as like things being forced like that and throwing women a bone. Like, you know what, girls, we're gonna give you a war game now, and pick up your guns and weapons. Let's go, ladies. Like you know what I mean?
So like that was so blatantly obvious that it was insulting. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That when it gets to that point, when you're like, oh, we're gonna have a historically accurate game with girls, and you're like, but what? Like, you're just trying to make people happy now, like, you know. Anyways, oh God, see, Lynn, it's like that, then it's like you can just point at it and you're like, this is stupid. But I get what you're saying with like the Naughty Dog trying to show that like women are like what was it, strong,
like, very strong.
I'm
stupid
like right now.
Like and
they're like, and it kind of gets to the point. I feel, if I haven't played like a ton of Naughty Dog games, I just want to put that out there. Obviously, I've only played like the Uncharted, and that's like it. But I feel like if you were to go through all of their games, and you would kind of start to see like a pattern of like, this is how they write their female characters, then maybe I could see a lot of people be pointing at that and being like, they're pushing an agenda. They want to show whatever, right? And it's like you said, it's not bad to show like strong women, but when it gets to the point of like they've done this so many times in the same way, which I can't say that they've done that because I don't know. But if they have done it in the same way repeatedly, then I can see how people would be like, oh, they're just like copy pasting like this woman trope everywhere so that they can show that, hey, we're woke, guys, like,
exactly.
that kind of thing.
Exactly.
But I obviously can't speak to a lot of the games that are out there for them, but
the thing I could speak on is like, yes, Uncharted 4, there was a woman who beat up not just one guy, two guys. Two guys.
Yeah.
And she was trained and everything, and that's kind of like, well, a woman could do that because she's super trained, but a lot of guys, not a lot, I guess, but I do know some guys who had an issue with that. And then now here we are with The Last of Us 2, where, the women are looking like super buff, or they're, there's just like, and the thing about it too that I could speak on is like, there is a track record with Naughty Dog as far as like who they associate with. So Anita Sarkeesian, which I think you know who she is.
Yes.
There has been a lot of moments where Neil Druckmann, has praised her, has said that she's influenced him and the studio. I believe he introduced her at some award show where she got like some honor. I forget what it was. Maybe the chat knows. So that right there is kind of like a stigma, like, oh no, anything Anita touches is like bad, And so that coupled with Neil and like his comments, he's basically said, and I read this quote, that representation and diversity is like up there with gameplay as far as what's important in making his games. So he's said that over and over, like, not only is the gameplay important, but diversity is like up there too, which is not bad, right? I mean, that's like you said, it's not bad.
That's actually a pretty good like mindset to be in when you're putting out stuff,
It could be, but I guess what it is like all this coupled together and like his ties to Anita, the women beating up the men and stuff like that in Uncharted, and then you got like just, I guess, people leaving as well. I believe 70% of Naughty Dog has left. There's been stories of like game testers being fired because they've come off as sexist and things like that. There's a lot going on with Naughty Dog to where it seems like, and they've spoken out too, like ex-employees and stuff, they said, and we kind of talked about this before with the crunch thing. They've come out and said, like, you really can't say how you feel there, because if you say anything that's against this, they call you a bigot and things like that. So it's kind of like there's this atmosphere where everyone's kind of walking on eggshells around Neil and like the main crew or whatever, and some of it's confirmed too. It's a thing. So I think it's more so the reputation that Naughty Dog has now is kind of influencing gamers' opinions on like The Last of Us 2, for example, or these future games. They're like, man, so any little thing you see, like, oh, there's a woman in it, or oh, she's gay, or she's this, people are picking, like, they're maybe a little too much, and that's where they do too much. But I guess people are just connecting the dots, like, oh, here we go again, here's another woman, and you know what I mean? Like, I feel like some of it is the gamer's fault. They're reaching too hard, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't blame them, because there's a whole trail leading up to this. So it's kind of like I see both sides. I'm in the middle where I really don't care about sexuality and what they're doing with their bodies and all that. I just want a good story, and I was more so pissed about some of the leaks, about the story.
Right.
But it could just get a little muddy and fuzzy because there's all these other debates, and it's it's just kind of crazy, but it's
wild.
Hustle saying the 70% thing isn't true. See, there's so many things going on. It could be 50%, it could be 20%, who knows? But there have been stories of like people saying you can't really say how you feel there and things like that, and that could just be their own perception. Maybe they said something kind of wild and someone gave them a weird look and they took that as, oh, I can't talk about whatever. I mean, everyone perceives things differently. There's always two sides. So I'm not trying to sit here and be like, it's for sure confirmed, like it's horrible there. It's just the stories that are being said. It's he said, she said, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, basically that.
But it's safe to say, regardless of all this stuff, The trailer came out, and people are really freaking hyped. So what do you think of the trailer, the story trailer that you saw?
That Asian man is hot. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not just saying that because I'm in Japan or anything. Like, none of that. Like, he's just straight up. He's cute. Like, damn. Yeah. No. I know. It seems like there's more of a human. It sounds weird to say, but there sounds like there's gonna be more of like a human aspect. And you told me a little bit of like the spoilers before this thing started, but there's gonna be more of a human aspect just from like there looks like there's gonna be like there's like a cult, and I'm like always down for a good cult side story. Like that looks cool.
That's the rumor, I think, at this point.
Like that's so that kind of shit that like explores like how humanity might like react or has reacted in the past to like these kinds of situations is just so wild to me. It's just so interesting. It's like people fucking human brains and what they can do, and like people in general is just they're scary. Like people are scary when that shit goes down. It's gonna be good. It's like what is it? Oh my god, what was that movie? One of the Resident Evil movies. Do you remember?
I watched them a lot.
Fuck.
Which one? Wait, explain again. What are you thinking of with the Resident Evil movies?
Like they just like people like make like, or in fiction anyways, like people will make like little like colonies or whatever, and they'll like just like they'll like decide on like a set like kind of like principle, and then they go and they like they just like act on that principle out of like fear of other things, or like out of like protection, or like their own needs and shit. Like it's like crazy. It's like Mad Max levels of like shit, you know?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I love that kind of story where it's like humans being like having their own morals, and then like seeing other humans doing things with their own morals, but it's like they're completely different, and they're like some of them is like, and then we're watching it as like a piece of fiction, and it's like that's fucking crazy, but you know that shit would go down. Like that's the shit I like.
Oh yeah, so. Society. I mean, yeah, there's no laws anymore. There's no it's a whole different world. Yeah, and you got your set of morals, and yeah, I think that's what when it comes to these types of games and like even TV shows like Walking Dead and like stuff like that, I think people they are attracted to shows like this because it's like the human side of it. Of course, you have the threat of the zombies or whatever else, but it's always about the humans at the end of the day. It's like they're the real enemy. You know, there's like always that that type of lesson, and The Last of Us has definitely been on that route to show you like it's not black and white. There's like you could think this person, or you know what I mean, like it's like good and bad. Everyone's good and bad. Everyone's done bad things, and Last of Us is like a series that explores that. And they did it in the first game, like with Joel and Ellie, like just making decisions that was best for them. But like, obviously it's hurting other people, or it's doing things that maybe are considered wrong. I mean, it's murder at the end of the day with some of this stuff. They're actually like killing people. And so, yeah, The Last of Us does definitely take that route of like showing all of that and like how
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I want to see a gameplay like playthrough. I'm not gonna play it. I'll probably not play it, but I'll watch somebody play through it because I'm interested in that aspect of it. So
yeah, for sure. I think that's what I'm interested in. I mean, obviously it's a story-driven game, which is why the plot leaks were so huge. Because if it was any other game, like I don't know, something that's way more gameplay heavy and like focused, combat heavy, like Assassin's Creed, for example. Like, oh, they leaked the story to these Vikings, like doing something, and it's like that doesn't really, it's not the same, it doesn't hold the same weight, not even close to The Last of Us. You leak something from The Last of Us, it's like that's
wait, hold up. Assassin's Creed games have story?
They do.
I'm kidding.
They do.
I'm kidding. I'm playing Odyssey. It's great. Anyways,
but you get what I'm saying, like it's just not the same because it's more gameplay heavy, you know, it's more the combat. We want to, which is why people were so upset. Where's the gameplay at? Because they want to see the combat and everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
And maybe it's fair to say, yeah, it is kind of fair because when people are, maybe the Last of Us trailer does come out, or a game like The Last of Us, and doesn't show gameplay, it's probably they forgive it easier, you know, unless they're like a Sony fanboy and they just forgive everything. But they might be more likely in their mind, like, well, I'm here for the story, so who cares about gameplay, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I saw the trailer. It looked cool. Knowing what I know about the leaks, I was a little amused by some of the trailer. I won't get into specifics, but they did a good job with it. They did what I thought they would do, and that was like focus on certain things and kind of highlight Ellie more so. Like, hey, you know, this is her story and like stuff like that. This is Ellie kicking ass and like that's what people want to see. So they really focused on that. And that was, I think they did a good job as far as like getting people to kind of forget, because it worked on me a little bit. I was like, hey, man, we in this. But they did a good job, I thought, with the trailer. And the fans are, I saw them all over Twitter. They were hyped. So, yeah. Let me see what the chat's kind of saying here.
Chat's all over the place.
I think Audible earlier said, shout out to Audible, said something about like, you know, when sexuality is involved in any kind of medium, it's going to be controversial, which is true.
Yeah, that's always true.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's inevitable. I mean, it could be the most subtle thing.
Honestly,
and they'll still
the day
complain.
it isn't is the day that like I'm like 70. And
it's
like
going to be a
everybody
while.
just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
It's going to be a while.
You might be 70, I might be, you know, approaching 80. It's crazy. Yeah, it's going to be a while for sure. Yeah, so that's pretty much our thoughts, I guess, on The Last of Us. It's coming out June 19th. They did, I even mentioned all that stuff. And there's a whole story with the leaks and everything. Immediately, right after the leaks, we got a release date. You know, Naughty Dog and Sony was like, they probably calling each other, what are we gonna do? These leaks are out there.
Well, I mean, that's actually a decent power move to like take away from the heat of the leak. Just take like the wind out of their sails a little bit and be like, well, here's a fucking release date then, you suck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And of course it was like, it had us thinking, the ones that were like, why was it delayed indefinitely? Like we never even got a date. And then just like that, we got a date. And so I was like, really? We couldn't just have this before, you know? And then it came out, okay, who was this leaker? There was all these rumors. Oh, it was an ex-employee or it was a current employee. It was somebody from freaking Brazil, like some playtester or something like that. Then Sony came out.
Whatever.
Yeah, Sony came out and was like, nope, they have nothing to do with us. They're not at Naughty Dog. They're not at Sony. So we're like, well, who was it? We never really found out. And then it was an ex-employee. And then it was just like constant rumors. But I was at the point I was like, who cares who it was? I know the story now, and I am very unsure about this story. But, you know, that was then. I'm warming up to, you know, whatever happens now. I just want to kind of have the game come out and just see what happens. I'm like ready for it. Like, just hurry up. Let's play it. You know, that's where I'm at.
For sure.
So yeah, a lot went down since last we talked. A lot went down with this game.
It's true.
And we're a little bit late on this conversation because everyone's talked it to death. But I did want to recap and kind of go into the whole agenda part of it and everything.
Yeah.
Because that stuff ain't going away anytime soon.
Nope.
Not anytime soon. Moving on, though.
Yeah.
This is our new segment, all right? You got the thing ready? Sure, you got the tweet?
I got it ready, yeah.
So I wanted to, actually at first I thought to incorporate this into my own personal live streams, like when I would stream games. And then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to talk about this with Shar. So, so if you're familiar with Reddit, I'm sure. I follow a Twitter account for Reddit. It's like relationship advice. So they post their problem, people tweet their advice. And of course, on Reddit, they're doing the same. But I like on Twitter because it's like the Twitter crowd. You got the memes, you got all the foolishness that comes with Twitter. And I came across a few that are just freaking hilarious. And I thought, you know what? Maybe we can read some of these from time to time, especially if they're gaming related, which is the one we're going to read today. And we can just kind of give our advice or like poke fun or whatever it calls for. And so... Yep. Yeah, Shar, you want to read it?
All right, so the title is I'm Jealous of Animal Crossing.
Okay. Yes.
All right, and I'm not gonna read the name of the person because why not? Well, whatever, it's fine. Anyways, getting into it. Just what the title says. Animal Crossing is something that my partner is super into. She loves that game, and although we're both gamers, brackets, I understand wanting to play a game all the damn time and talking about it nonstop, bracket. It's starting to get on my nerves how much time she pays attention to it and not to me. I know that sounds petty and childish, brackets. I struggle with some insecurities, so bear with me. Brackets. But I can't help but feel second fiddle to this game. I've told hey multiple times how it makes me feel when she ignores me, or I have to repeat myself multiple times after, quote, gaining her attention for a moment, quote, while she's playing. She says that she's sorry and will be more aware, but every time I hear that game turn on, I get annoyed. What can I do to stop being so incensed by a video game? It's driving me crazy.
It's funny when you were reading it. I was thinking of what Animal Crossing sounds like when you turn it on, and it's like dun 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 dun.
Yep.
It's like the little music. I'm like, oh man. And then you hear the little jingle.
So he hears
like,
that and he just gets so salty.
That's too funny. So I thought this was obviously entertaining because it's gaming related, and like just to hear from the opposite side of things, because we always hear the stereotype of like men ignoring women when they're gaming, when they're watching sports, stuff like that.
Right.
That's like the stereotype. So my first, I guess because I am a woman, it's like, hey man, what goes around comes around. We got to play games over here, We like our Animal Crossing, or we like our whatever we're into. So
everybody liking Animal Crossing right now, though, so,
And I'm willing to bet this guy has done it to her plenty of times. He's a gamer himself, right? I mean, he's a gamer himself. He
says, I understand wanting to play a game all the damn time and talking about it nonstop. So he understands, like, the shit that's happening, in the brain. They're both gamers. He just said that. So, I think that's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. I want to know what games this guy plays, though.
I do too. I'm gonna guess Call of Duty.
Oh my god, if he's a fucking Call of Duty guy! Oh my god. That would be actually fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Dez.
It would make sense, too.
In the Twitch chat, Dez, shout out to Dez, he said, beep from the PS4. Because, like, that's, like, the equivalent for, like, that's, like, the guy joke. Like I remember there's, like, a meme out there. There's a meme out there where a woman's ignoring a man because she's upset about something, and he takes it as, like, cool, I'm gonna go play my PS4. Beep.
Oh, my god.
Oh, my god. And that, like, angers women. I'm sure there's plenty of women out there who don't game. They hear that beep, and they're just, like, their blood boils. I bet you there's a bunch out there. For sure. God. Or their PC noise, you turn on the PC, or Switch, whatever your gaming platform is.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
Just the startup sound of that will just get you angry. Like, I don't understand. That's so fucking funny to me. It's so fucking... I'm sorry. That's really fucking funny. I'm sure that it's really annoying for some people, but like, oh, it's so funny. Anyways, I like the part, it's starting to get on my nerves how much time she pays attention to it and not to me. How much is she playing this game? Like, I know Animal Crossing is like a big thing, right? Like you can put hours into that shit, but like if she's like playing it like maybe like 4 hours a day, like in the evening when she comes home or whatever, it's like I can understand the feeling of like being like felt like you're not getting enough time with that person. I understand that, and it sucks, but it's also just kind of funny that it's Animal Crossing, I gotta say.
Remind me again, girlfriend or wife?
It doesn't say. He just says partner, so they could be dating or they could be married. I think they might be dating. It sounds like they're dating.
I was gonna say if married, he needs to chill, but I guess like
I was gonna say if they're married, they need to talk about this like right now.
Or talk about it, yeah.
Right, but I think because they're dating, maybe that's what he's asking? Question mark? I don't know.
Yeah, because and depending when this was written, if this pandemic's been going on and they maybe only have so much time together, maybe they live together. I don't know the context, but maybe there's only so much time they have together or something, and he's just feeling totally ignored.
Like, if you're stuck inside with this person though, like, and she's playing Animal Crossing this whole time, I can see how that'd be annoying. But also at the same time, I don't know. It's hard because like I kind of want to be like that person who's like sticking to the guys who fucking like ignore their girlfriends because they're gaming too much. But like this is the other side, and it's like it has to go both ways. Like I kind of feel bad for the dude, I really do. And especially because it sounds like he's like tried to communicate, right? He's tried to communicate that like hey, I want to spend time with you, but you're spending a lot of time on this game, right? And he said he has some, or this person, I guess, I don't know their pronouns, but I guess that this person has some insecurities, which, I mean, I can relate. So it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of shitty of their partner to be, like, ignoring them so much if they are, like, stuck to, like, in the same place, in the same space together.
You're making me feel bad, Char. You make me feel kind of bad because I've definitely had long sessions with Animal Crossing. And I have
You're married.
True. That's why I'm saying I wanted to know like if they were married or not. I think it's more forgivable, I guess.
But like it's different if like she's playing the game, right? She's playing Animal Crossing, but she's sitting next to their partner, right? And they're like, you know, gaming together or whatever. But if this person wants more attention than like, hey, put the game down, I want your attention, like, and they're not giving that, then yeah, that's kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty.
Like if he's been vocal about it, she knows of his insecurities. Possibly she knows he's like this.
Unless, yeah, maybe I don't know if they talked about that or not. If they haven't talked about that, then yeah, that needs to happen, I guess.
Yeah. We need more context. I feel like I need to know more.
I feel like, yeah, this is a really short post, so we're like, you know.
Yeah, we're kind of filling in the holes here.
Yeah.
But
I don't get that last part. What can I do to stop being? I can't read. Hello.
Sensitive?
Incensed?
What's incensed?
I don't know. Is that a word?
Does he mean
Guys,
sensitive?
Is that a word?
What's incensed?
No.
Anybody got a dictionary?
I think he meant something else, but he.
Crypto's like, what? You're married? Our 5th anniversary is next Friday. So yeah, I've been married for a minute.
What? You're married? Oh, yeah,
I've been married for a minute. Yeah, he might mean insecure or like.
Insecure, yeah. Stop being.
How can I stop being insecure? Let's just assume that's what he means. So how can I stop being insecure? What would be our advice to somebody who asks that for this thing? I think. Well, first I need the context. I'd be like, well, you know, I would just, as a gamer, I'd say, you know what? If she's never really done this before, if this is like the first game she's really loved that much, like, I think you should be kind of easy on her because there's times you know, probably have been into a game, Call of Duty or whatever it's been, and you know, spent time on it with your friends, and maybe she felt ignored at that time too. Like there's got to be a balance, of course. You don't want it to like overtake her life. She's got to get stuff done. If she's like sitting around all day and doing nothing else, and he's been clearly like asking for attention or a date night or something like that, and she's not giving it and doesn't feel bad, and she just keeps doing it. Yeah, you guys need to talk. You need to tell her how you feel.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not so much about the game. Don't bring up the game. Just say, hey, we're not spending enough time together. You're ignoring me. Is there something going on? Because I feel like you're neglecting me and I would like to spend more time with you. Like that. Just put it out there like that.
It sounds like she's got, if they're dating, which we don't know. If they're dating, it feels like she's got different priorities. And I'm not saying that her priorities are the game necessarily, as so much it is like maybe their personalities are just different in that way, you know, and that's coming out like she's like playing more of the game because either because of the social situation right now with all the virus or whatever, or because that's how she actually is, or because she's ignoring something about her partner that she doesn't want to like necessarily face at the moment, you know. I mean, games are always an escape for that's literally what their purpose is, but like maybe she's avoiding this person because of something, or maybe she's just not aware of it. Like maybe that she's just not made so completely aware of like this person's need and insecurities that she's just like kind of like brushing it off, like she's like, oh, it's fine, I'll do it later, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like she's just...
It's a lot of shit. Just a lot of shit.
There's a lot of things we need to know, I feel like, before like a definitive answer. If she's wrong, if he's right or wrong.
Right.
I don't know.
But what could he do? Advice? I mean, advice-wise, obviously just keep trying to communicate that this is really annoying and I'd rather you not do this, and maybe we should make some time to just hang out and not play video games, do something else, like make a specific like time that they can do stuff together as a couple, you know?
Yeah, maybe movie night, cuddle night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Play a board game together or something. So play a game together.
Put the fucking games down for a second. Well, you don't.
Or maybe
put the games down.
I don't know. Or take interest in the game, possibly.
Oh yeah, that too.
Ask her to show you her island. I don't know.
Oh my god, that'll get people every time. I don't care, girl, guy, whatever.
She'll be
that'll
all excited
get every time. Yo, show me your island. People be like, oh shit, let me get. I will. Okay, like it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's too funny. But
dude,
like,
I went over to my friend's house, and like last week or whatever, I brought him like McDonald's because he was hungry, and I was like, I'm going to McDonald's. Do you want something? He was like, yes, give me this. And I was like, all right. So I get the food. I go to his house. I'm like, can I eat in your house? He's like, yeah, sure. Go in. He's playing Animal Crossing, and he was like, he's just sitting there, and I was just getting food out. I was getting ready to like eat or whatever. He's like, do you want to see my island? And I was like, yeah, I want to see your island.
The way you
show
say
me
it,
your
though.
island, dude.
That sounds
God,
crazy.
so
like if someone took that out of
so
context or took it's like a key, like a code word or something.
Oh, I know. You can totally cut all of that
wild.
up and like make a video out of that.
That sounds
but, like,
wild.
It's so fucking funny. New pickup line: show me your island. Hey,
send me your dodo code. Eric
That's right.
says. Shout out to Eric.
Oh my
God. I was gonna say though, like when me and Kenny were just dating and we didn't live together or nothing, like I can't imagine him just coming over and like I just completely ignore him or like it's our time to spend together. He gets off work or something. We'd play games together. Like we would play games, but we would spend the time together in a way, either watching the other person playing or playing it together, like online or however. Or I would just play when he wasn't there. I don't know, because you have your priorities are different. When you're married, see, I'm married now. It's like, hell yeah, I'll spend a bunch of hours gaming. I stream, I do my thing. Sometimes I feel bad, like, okay, I haven't spent as much time with Kenny. Let's go ahead and let me go watch TV with him, or let me go. I make an effort to like
you know, got like a limit of like there's only so much time I can do, and then I feel like I need to, you know,
right. Yeah.
It's not so much guilt as it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this now.
Yeah. Like if I've been streaming 2 days straight, we do Backlog. I've been playing games with the friends, and I'm just on my computer all day. And Kenny's working, and then I don't see him the next morning. I'm like, oh shoot, I miss Kenny. I got to spend more time with him. So it's like you're very aware of like, well, at least I am. I'm very like trying to be aware of like the balance. I'm like, okay, I need to spend time with him. But yeah, it's not really guilt. It's just more of like, okay, yeah, like you said, I need to spend time with him. But we're married now. We're kind of in that groove of like, he's got his thing, he's got his interests, I got my interests. We don't need to spend all day together, you know? That's not that's not
it
healthy.
helps that like you could just like sit down next to him and like probably watch him play a game and you'd be totally fine with it. Like a lot of people would be like, I don't see the merit in doing this. I don't care. People who don't game would be like, sitting next to a person gaming, why would I want to do that? But not everybody, obviously.
That's why I'm wondering with this guy who is a gamer as well. Like if he wasn't a gamer, this would be more like, oh yeah, I get it. Like he just doesn't get it.
But he's a gamer.
But he's a gamer, so you would think he would understand, like, unless he's just so casual, like he only plays maybe once a week or something.
I mean,
I don't know.
That's true.
I need to know. I need a conversation with this guy.
Like I know, right? Oh my god, we should have him on the show. No,
reach out to him.
I feel. Oh my god. No. I feel like well. You know how we've talked about this before, but like the sense of like what a gamer is has changed so fucking much now that it's like this guy literally could just play like Destiny with the bros like twice a week. We don't know, you know.
We don't know.
And he could be like, oh, I'm a gamer, but like, yeah, whatever, dude. So yeah, and like seeing maybe somebody gaming more than they are is like weird to them, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good one, though. It's a good one. Good job. Good job.
I would just tell him, like, you know, it's not. How would I don't know what I would tell him. I just want to know his gaming history first. Like, hey, so you ever had those nights where you're just playing nonstop and, you know, you're just having a good time? Like, she's just having a lot of that. I think it'll eventually pass, because, like, you do kind of hit a point in Animal Crossing where it's like, okay, I did everything I could. I'm just going to do a little bit here and there. Because even myself, like, but then again, I'm not really, like, a huge fan of Animal Crossing, but I was kind of hooked for a couple weeks, playing, you know, every night or whatever. Now it's like every couple nights, every other night, or I'll check in my turnip prices and then I'm out. Like, that's it. Like, I'm just sort of checking in now, and it's not even close to what it was before. So it might pass, you know, and if it doesn't, then you just got to talk to her. You just got to make a point to, like, okay, let's have a date night. Let's do something else. Or maybe he can just show interest if he really doesn't want to, I don't know, have that confrontation. He doesn't want to fight. Then maybe just suggest other hobbies or suggest something else to do. Then you guys can spend time together, and hopefully it gets better. Right?
There's other posts. Oh my gosh, I didn't even look.
What do you mean other posts? Follow-ups?
There's follow-ups.
Anything like that answers our questions?
No context? Okay. There's one person who there's just like screenshots on Twitter of like the conversation of like some of the replies and then his reply to that. Anyways, one of them is, this person replied, "Dude, if at all possible, you should see if you can pick up another Switch Lite, and a copy to play with her. This game is meant to be played with other people. She would most likely find so much joy in helping you get into it. My boyfriend and I have gone on frequent Animal Crossing dates since the release, and we're constantly trading random doodads." His response, the original poster's response: "I've tried playing with her, and it's not my cup of tea. I hear all over how a great game it is, and it's just not for me. I can try again and give it another go. Maybe I can find something in there that I would like." So it doesn't sound like he's into the game, which is unfortunate. But that's okay, because obviously this game is not for everybody.
Yeah. It's not for him.
There's another one. It's got a shorter answer from him, but it says, "Maybe find a hobby that has headphones. It's a game. You're in quarantine and she's probably bored, and that's the only thing giving her joy during this. / taking her mind off things. Maybe find something to do. Same, rather than sit around and feel jealous of a game. Audiobooks, video games, movies, music, YouTube. She could be doing so much worse to make you jealous." It's so true. And he's like, true. "I'll try it out."
So he's kind of open to taking interest or trying other things to.
There's a really long response here.
Oh, damn. I don't know. Do you want to read it? Do the chat, you want to hear it? I don't know. Is it good?
Hold on.
Is it good?
It's kind of good. It's kind of long.
Read some of it.
Okay. The first paragraph. There's a couple paragraphs. They're like shortish. Anyways, the first paragraph. This is a person's response to his thing, right?
Okay.
"As a gamer, you know that video games can offer a certain, quote, safe space or freedom that real life may not have. Gone are the days of kids sitting on their roofs or in their tree houses because they can go into a digital dreamscape. That may be what she's doing. Animal Crossing also offers a very simple system of feeling accomplished and rewarded, which might be something she can't access because of the COVID situation." That's the first part. It's really good, right? Anyways, I'm going to keep going. "I wouldn't take it personally, but you should talk to her and make sure she knows how much you love and appreciate her. Maybe schedule time with her for movies or dinner, or have certain periods throughout the week to spend time with her, and then each of you can have time alone. This way you don't feel left out, and she doesn't feel like she has no time to herself. Remember, it's a weird fucking time, and it's important that you retain who you are and she retains who she is while this is all happening. Too much time together can be a problem."
Facts. Totally agree. So far.
Yeah. It's basically what we said, right?
Yeah, it's same.
As the other dude said, she could be doing way worse stuff, and while it may seem annoying, it seems relatively harmless when compared to her Snapchatting a random dude or cleavage.
Facts.
Also, why not hang out with her while she plays? Help her make videos of her character. Getting interested in the partner's hobby shows you care on a number of levels. Just saying. And then he responded. The original poster responded, "I didn't think of it that way. I'll focus on other ways for us to spend time together so she can have that freedom to be in that world. I've tried playing the game, but it's not all that interesting to me. I like the ideas you brought up, and I'll try those out." So I hope he fucking tries that shit, because goddamn.
He's at least showing he's open to trying.
I mean, he wouldn't be posting on that Reddit
Right.
if he, you know, if it wasn't. I don't think.
He's listening to truth.
Yep.
That's facts. It's like straight facts right there. They articulated it better than I did, I think.
We kind of danced around a lot of those points, but yeah, they had time to write it out. We're here live,
that's so true.
talking about it.
I mean, I've said the same. I mean, it always comes up, you know, when women complain about their husbands or their boyfriends. I actually did a video on that, like them gaming. It's like, wouldn't you rather have that than them being out and like at the clubs and like with the boys, you know, with other women out there? You don't know what they're doing. Wouldn't you rather them be at home playing a game? And now, yeah, like
actually, though,
what?
I feel that so much.
What do you mean?
No, it's just the guy I'm talking to. He doesn't play games, so I never know what he's doing at the moment. So it's like, I'd be less stressed about stuff if I knew that he was at home playing video games or doing a hobby of some kind. But anyways, that's a whole another topic. We're not going to talk about that. Anyways, continue.
Not today.
Not today.
But yeah, that's always been my kind of like devil's advocate for these women who don't, but they're not gamers, right? They don't understand what it's like to put in like 4 hours into an RPG or stream and have this interaction and keep playing games and watch streamers, and they don't understand. They just But they'll spend the same amount of time watching their favorite show or playing on Facebook, playing some stupid game on Facebook or something like that. And so that's like the hypocrisy part of it, but we won't get into that.
Yeah.
But chances are there's something they do that takes up a lot of time as well. And it's about understanding and caring about like your partner having interests and letting them have hobbies and letting them unwind at home, and everyone does it in their own way, as long as it's not hurting anybody and they're not out in the streets going crazy talking to who knows what. They're at home, they're taking care of business as far as like working, and they contribute to the house and all that. Go easy on them. And I think the same thing with her. If she's legit, just like they said, it was a crazy time right now. We're all kind of like cooped up. We're all possibly, maybe she's used to working. Maybe she's not working right now. Maybe she's kind of going a little, she's not all, you know, feeling too great. So when she plays the game, she's like, man, I feel good. This is awesome. I'm productive. I feel good. And so he should try and understand that. So that comment was on point. I agree.
Yeah. I like what they talked about, like, the sense of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
That
you do get that.
Like you said, they're probably not going to work, so that sense of accomplishment is just not there. And then, like, I don't know for sure because I haven't played the game, but it feels like Animal Crossing is, like small work, big reward, you know? Like, you don't have to do much to feel like you've done something in the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a feel-good game, and that's what it's supposed to be. But, yeah.
Right. Because I could just imagine if, she's not working, you know, she's not being productive in the world. Sometimes that messes with people. You know, sometimes they feel like they're worthless at times, or, I don't know what to do with myself. Like me, I think about it, if I didn't have streaming and I didn't have gaming, would I be okay right now? I don't know, because this is like this is what I do. I treat this almost not like a job. I don't want to say that in a negative way, but it is kind of like my part-time job. And I'm home, I'm able to do it more now. So I have purpose. I feel like I wake up enthused. But if I didn't have this, I'd be like, man, what am I waking up early for? I might as well sleep in. Right. I might as well just bum around, and you know what I mean? And that's easy for people. Yeah. You know, that's an easy funk to get into if you don't have that like drive of like, today I'm going to continue that RPG. I'm going to continue that game, or I'm going to stream, you know, and he should just think of it that way. Like, she's got something to look forward to, but he's just upset. It's not him. He thinks it's not him. And maybe
he thinks it's not him. That's the key there, is he's thinking it's not him, but it is him. It's just she's not devoting as much time to him as he would like.
Yeah. They just need to talk. Yeah. Communication, guys. That's everything. So yeah, that was interesting. I feel like this segment, it won't be like every episode, but whenever we find we come across something like this that's interesting and we can kind of talk it out and give advice or like whatever, I want to do this from time to time on the Backlog. I think it's interesting. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun. And it's good. Fun. I like seeing all the comments too. I've been kind of reading the chat, and it's a little weird at times. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm trying
Chat's
to
being weird. They're ignoring the relationship advice because they don't know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's it, you guys. We actually like fleshed all this out. We went pretty long as far as like the show.
True.
I thought we were gonna be under an hour. Honestly, I was like, this ain't going very long. I don't know. But chat, whoever's watching live, we're gonna take, I guess, like a couple Q&A if you guys have any questions for us, like maybe something we could end on. Follow-up comments. Maybe you really want to know a comment about the topics we talked about. Yeah. It's 95 degrees here. I'm actually like hot. That air didn't turn on. I wanted to turn on, but it's not actually hot right now. It's
It's
hot
only 14
here.
C where I am right now. It's like cool.
I go by Fahrenheit. Char, what was that in Fahrenheit?
You and only the US. Screw you guys. You're stupid. Hold on.
We kind of dumb out here, Char. Can you dumb it down a little bit?
57, all right? 57.
Oh, damn, that's cold. Yeah, you're cold.
It's not cold. It's fine. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. If anybody watching is wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie.
Did we announce yet? I don't think I announced this. I did on Twitter, but we are on iTunes now, you guys.
We are.
So if you have iTunes, you can actually rate us there, which is pretty cool. You can give us a rating. I think you can leave comments from what I know, but if you're,
Not true.
If you're into iTunes, we're there. We're like everywhere, and there's no excuse. Whether you like YouTube, Twitch, SoundCloud, freaking Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, we're all over the place. So, yeah, that was my goal. I wanted to make it very accessible. Eric says, when you carry me in gears, do you have to use Icy Hot for the back pain? Stop it. You know that's not true.
Absolutely.
I do not carry anyone, especially today. I was horrible. We were playing earlier and I was complete trash, but that's a whole other thing.
Don't listen to her. She's fine.
Shoot. Okay, we do have a comment or a question.
What?
A couple questions. Okay, how long have you been gaming?
Jesus.
Sorry, I'm
How long have I been gaming? Oh man, when did I get the GBA?
How many years?
Oh my god, when did we get the GBA? Me and my brother. Fuck, I would have been around 11 or 12.
Oh, you started kind of late. Yeah, I remember that.
Would have been 11 or 12 when we actually had it in the house, like the GBA in the house. I held a controller for the first time when I was maybe 9-ish.
9-ish, dang. Yeah, okay.
9, 10. So about, oh my god, how old am I? Hello?
Like 20 years?
19, almost 19 years. 19, 18 years-ish.
Going on like 20 years. Damn, I wish I could say the same, but I'm old. How many years? I mean, yeah, since I picked up my first controller and played a game, that was about that was about like 29 years ago, 30 years ago.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was very young though. No, wait, 28, 29 years ago. But as far as like really, really going in on consoles and playing games, like probably 20 years.
It's different when you like ask
25.
when you first started and like when you actually started like paying attention to when you started. Like, you know what I mean? So like when I actually paid attention to when I was playing more games, would have been when we got the PS2. I would have been about 15-ish maybe. I don't remember exactly. Not even. I would have been early. 14 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So pretty long time for both of us. Another question is, what are your most anticipated games for the year, I guess? Oh, God. This year.
I don't know.
Or just
I don't even know what's coming out anymore. We have a Tales game coming out this year. I'm probably hyped for that. I don't know.
I think that's coming, yeah. I think.
When is that coming out? Tales of Arise? Tales of Arise! It just says 2020, so it's not
2020.
Not no date.
That's fine. What am I looking forward to? Shoot. Well, Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. I really want to play that. Elden Ring, the new From Software game. I really want to see that. I want to... Yeah. Those two games, I'd say probably at the top. Assassin's Creed is, you know, a little lukewarm, but it's in there. Last of Us, same thing. It's like kind of lukewarm, but it's there. Probably those, I'd say. I can't really think of anything else. But yeah. They said I started on the black and white TV. Stop it. I ain't that old. But it was an old ass TV though. What are their questions here?
I totally forgot about Assassin's Creed. I'm excited for Assassin's Creed, but I'm also playing Odyssey right now, and then I want to go back and play Origins. So I'm kind of
yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
I love Origins. I know
you love Origins because you like Egypt the most, and I know this.
I do. I'm huge about Egypt. Day one for PS5 or Series X. PS5.
Day one? I'm not gonna get it day one. I never get consoles day one though. That's just me.
What a fraud. Nah. You're not alone. A lot of people do. A lot of people you probably wait for a game to like, okay, justifies the purchase.
I wait for a couple of games to come out before I actually before I pull that trigger. Usually.
Yeah, I already have a Series X. I got my PC, so I'm good. I'm good. No, I really don't need one because if their games are coming to PC, it's like I don't need it, you know. So that's the funny thing. That's the joke I always say. Like, well, I don't need it. I already got it.
Easy.
Favorite genre of games?
RPG.
Yeah, you like the RPGs, JRPGs, right? Probably action adventure for me. Action RPG.
Those are fun too.
Action RPG, probably. Well, I don't know. I'm all across. Like, yeah. Action games, I guess, is the best because I do like shooters. I do like action RPGs, action adventure. Action is like the word everywhere, so action games, I think it's best to say. But I play a lot of different genres. I mean, shoot.
That's true.
I will sit here, play Gears Tactics for a couple hours, then I'll play Gears of War 5, right? I'll play Gears 5, and then I'll hop off and play...
I don't know if you like Gears or not. I'm not sure. I'm still wondering about that, Erica. Gears?
I might like Gears.
Oh, well, all right.
You know,
that's
I might
news
like it
to
a
me.
little bit.
Yeah.
But you know, they're different games, right? You got like the strategy genre and whatever, and then I'll hop off.
I don't know anything.
I'll hop off, right? And then pick up Animal Crossing. So I'm kind of like all over the place. Like I'll play different genres as long as it's great. As long as it's
same. I've got my MMO RPGs, and I go over to Assassin's Creed and kill people for a while. Like, you know, it's fine.
Question for me: is your husband a gamer? He is, but he'll tell you himself he's pretty casual these days. He's a little casual. He doesn't play as much as me, not nearly as much. So yeah, but he does like gaming. Yeah. He does own a PS4, and he's kind of dabbling in PC gaming. He's kind of dabbling a little bit. Any recent games you played together in case he has, or he is? Shoot, we've played Neo.
Do you play anything together?
Yeah, we play Neo together. We'll do like co-op, like side missions and stuff. We'll do that.
Wait, like Neo 2 or like Neo 1?
Neo 2. Neo 2.
Okay.
And then yeah, he's played Gears before, but not like I said, he's not like as like hardcore as I am, I guess, about it. Anything else? Any questions popping out? My AC finally turned on.
Directed at me.
Yes. Yeah, we played Gears together. I guess that's it, you guys. Oh yeah, if they announce Fable, that'll be another one I would put on my anticipated. As long as it doesn't look spooky as hell, but we'll see. That has yet to be seen.
Oh, this is going... Wait, your last one. How many games have you beaten this year, Erica?
So that's the end of the show, you guys. I've been your host. No, I'm just kidding. Who asked that? Who asked that question?
Nick?
Somebody blocked Nick. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
No, it's just because I'm embarrassed. I've beaten... Technically... Okay, are we talking new games? Are we
talking... If you... Okay, this is how... Guys,
go first,
when you say beat a game... I think you saw the credits roll. Okay, that's my
Okay, yeah,
like,
I agree with you on
image
that.
of like you've beaten a game. You get to see everybody who made the game, right? That's how you beat a game, right? All right. So I think I've beaten fuck. I think I've beaten like 4 or 5. I don't
Oh,
remember a
damn.
lot of them. One of them was near Automata. One of them was Final Fantasy VII Remake. We beat Streets of Rage yesterday, story mode. So
Oh,
that's
we didn't
3
even talk
already.
about that today. We didn't even give like our review or nothing.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
It was great. It was
and
great.
then I feel like it beat something else. It might have been a frick, I can't remember. It's got to be 4 or 5 for me. I don't remember all of them, but yeah.
Yeah, so Streets of Rage we beat yesterday. It was fun as hell.
Yeah.
I have the whole
What else
playthrough
have
on my
you-
YouTube. If you guys want to check it out, and Twitch.
Yeah.
So I technically, if you say the credits rolled, I beat Animal Crossing. Technically, I don't think I would count it, but I did technically watch the credits, and I beat Sekiro for the
'cause you
second
can't-
time.
You can't beat Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
There's no like,
yeah,
you know. So
it keeps going.
credits
and
in
going.
that game. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you beat Sekiro twice. This is the second time.
So that
doesn't count. It's a replay. That's not a beaten game. That's a replay.
Then that's 2 games.
2 games, guys. 2 games she's beaten this year. It's May.
It's been a crazy year. Like I told myself at the beginning, I'm not gonna go hard like last year, or the year before. Like I'm gonna play what I want to play. And the thing is, like I've been juggling too many games at once, and I know that's bad. I've been playing Neo 2, Animal Crossing. What else? Gears Tactics. I'm almost done with Gears Tactics, by the way. Awesome game. And freaking Final Fantasy VII. I've been juggling all 4, so it's like I'll play a little bit of Neo, okay, play a little bit of Final Fantasy. Now I'm going hard on Gears Tactics, so I forgot everything else. And yeah, it's like, and then I've been streaming more like multiplayer and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like, it's a different year, you guys. It's a different year.
It is a different year.
But yeah, I'm pretending to be embarrassed. I really don't
I'm actually
care.
trying
I really
this
don't
year
care.
too. That's the funny part is I'm the one trying. Eric is the one being casual this time.
I'm being chill. Like I just want to play. Like
man.
I think after so many years of like trying to do all kinds of content and then trying to.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You have other stuff.
And before, you know, because I would do like podcasts or whatever, I'd always have to have this opinion. Like, oh, I got to play this game. I got to check it out because we're going to talk about it. So I got to play it. So I'm not like having to do that no more. So it's like, I'm just chilling. Like, hey, I feel like streaming. What do I feel like playing? Gears? Okay, let's play Gears. Like, I'm just sort of like in that zone. And I don't want to force it. If I don't want to play it, then I'm not going to play it. If I'm not feeling Gears that day, I want to play Neo, then I'm playing Neo. It's like, yeah. And Sekiro, I was like, I feel like playing it and beating it again. Let's stream it. I streamed the whole game. I just felt like doing it. So I'm just in that mode, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's fun.
And then for me, I stream games and then I have other games I play, right? So
yeah.
There's a difference between a stream game and like a game that I'm playing for myself, which I don't really have any in playing for myself other than like MMOs right now. My stream game at the moment is Sakura Wars, which I started. I only did 1 chapter of it so far, but we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, the games definitely hit different when you play on your own.
Stream them?
No, when you play on your own, you have like it's like a personal thing. You catch so much more because when I stream, I miss so much. Like I just because I'm like distracted or I'm playing, you know, I'm talking to the chat or whatever. I'm like, oh, I play something on my own. I'm like, so I probably would have never caught this if I was streaming, you know. So, I forgot Ori. I beat Ori, you guys.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's another one. I beat Ori. Okay, I forgot about Ori.
You're at 3 then. What the hell?
Yeah, so it's not so bad. Somebody, Eric mentioned Ori 1. I beat Ori 2. So yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, I gotta boot up another and beat something on my own.
Thank you, Eric.
I have an idea of which one I want to play on my own, but I just haven't booted it. I haven't booted it to do it, so whatever.
Yeah, so we're approaching.
It's hard to It's weird.
Sorry, I'm all
you're
trying to wrap up. You want to? Hey, Shar, keep talking. You got it.
No, fuck it. End this shit.
You want to keep going? Here. I'm here. I'm chilling. You can keep going.
No, dude.
The chat loves you. They love hearing you. Right, chat? Everyone listening?
We can put it on the Patreon or whatever you want, all right?
Yeah. So That's it, you guys. That's our show. We appreciate you being here live, especially. And if you catch it later, we appreciate you too. Like I said earlier, we're across all these platforms, very accessible. Um, and you guys can catch us anywhere, really. Follow us on Twitter, Backlog Pod, right? Backlog Pod, the Backlog Pod. Instagram as well. Yeah, SoundCloud and all that, I believe, is the Backlog Podcast. And you can pretty much search for us. The Pog. Hey, shout out to Pogs Classic. Anybody who played Pogs? Yeah, that's where how I grew up. But anyways, the Backlog Podcast. If you just search for that with Erica and Shar, as soon as you start typing with Erica, we should pop up. So like iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff. But yeah, we appreciate all the support as always. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. We hope you enjoyed. Outro, Shar, you got an outro?
Outro? I got no outro. You know I don't have an outro. Go play games and stay inside.
Yeah, stay inside.
Drink water.
Drink water. Yes. Anything else? I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's the delay. It gets us every time.
Yeah,
every time.
Damn. Anyways, guys. Yes, stay healthy. Raven is like, I have a question. Hurry, Raven.
Raven, you better hurry it up.
The Raven flow.
Oh no, he's doing dad jokes. Get us out of here.
Oh man, yeah, let me end it before it's too late. Oh, I didn't even take this picture off. Hold on. We ending with that. Yeah, the picture. Sometimes I'm gonna be late on that. Oh yeah, he's doing dad jokes.
Yep. No.
I don't even want to read it, Raven. We out. We'll answer it in the chat. But thank you guys for listening, and we will see you in the next episode. Take care. Stay healthy. Peace.